Let me tell you a story. Last year, dun sa pinagtatrabahuan ko, and I'm blessed to have these workmates na hindi lang sobrang seryoso sa work or focus sa work, kundi maloko rin. And nakakatuwa sila kasama. They're just so fun to be around. Shoutout sa inyo guys. Kilala niyo ng sarili niyo. And we were working with each other nung time na peak yung saying na sana all. Most of our 2020s, palagi natin itong naririnig, itong sana all. Diba? For instance, magyayaan kami, huy tara, samgyup tayo. Kahit ayoko talaga mag-samgyup. Magsasamgyup kami, fine, ako magyaya, expose. Ako magyaya, magsasamgyup kami. And then, yung isa sa amin sasabihin, ay hindi ako pwede kasi may alis kami ng jowa ko. So, syempre kami, ay sana all. Yung isa sa amin na-comment ng mga higher-ups kasi napakaganda ng performance, syempre sasabihin namin, sana all. And palagi kami nagkaganon pag may mga mabubuting nangyayari sa buhay namin. Like ako, sabi ko, ay mag-host ako ng kasal so hindi ako makakapasok next week And then sasabihin ng mga office mates ko, wow, sana all nag-host. Tapos yung isa sasabihin, wow, sana all ikakasal. So, maliban sa punong-puno ng kalokohan yung mga araw na magkakasama kami, punong-puno rin ng sana all. And it got even to the point where it's absurd na nga talaga Kasi kahit hindi siya, alam mo yun, hindi siya pasok sa salitang sana all, sinasabi pa rin namin. Like ako, sasabihin ko, CR lang ako Tapos yung isa, sana all. Yung isa sa amin sasabihin na antok. Then may isang magre-reply na sana all. Ay, nasira PC ko, bad trip. Sana all. So, it was really absurd that time. I guess ganun ako kababaw na natatawa ako sa mga ganun lang. Pero it's funny kasi sometimes it's not related na to the joke. Then magsasabi pa rin kami ng sana all. Hearing sana all every time, syempre I can't help but to ponder. The more I try to read upon this and think about this, the more I want to discuss this into my podcast. And here we are. Sana all, according to the Urban Dictionary, is a bilingual phrase that means I hope everyone, especially myself, experiences that. It's basically wishing for other success while implicating that you hope to be like them someday. It is similar to idolizing someone or being dazzled with someone's accomplishments and saying, sana ako rin, magawa ko o magkaroon ako ng meron ka. The more I say it, the more I hear it, the more na nagsisink in sa akin yung meaning ng sana all. And nakikita ko yung pinanghuhugutan natin dito. If you haven't noticed it yet, sana all is a slight jab at an attitude that we Filipinos or as individual human beings have. When we say sana all, other than nagtotroll lang tayo sa comment section, we may really low-key actually mean nakakainggit or naiinggit tayo. And while jealousy is a normal human reaction or emotion, isa ito sa pinakakakain ng pagkatao mo if you leave it without a leash. Envy deteriorates the human spirit. It breaks us from the inside, and before we know it, we are bitter. We are depressed. We have given up in trying to do anything significant kasi nakain na tayo ng emosyon na to. Especially us millennial or Gen Z, we are experts when it comes to comparing others' fortunes with our misfortunes, comparing their hard-earned success with our failures or even just inexperiences. For instance, you see your friend on Instagram taking a selfie with the Merlion dun sa Singapore and pupusuan mo yung photo while at the same time comparing it with your life and realizing yours are way less nicer. Siya may pang Singapore habang ikaw hanggang Gateway lang. And nothing wrong with Gateway, you'll always find me there. It is my favorite place sa Cubao. Pero see how it became so tiny when you compare it with the likes of something that extravagant. Another instance, you scroll down on Facebook and it's the 8th anniversary of your friend and his girlfriend. Syempre, may long deep caption na, I knew we were meant to be the moment I saw you, choo-choo, plus pictures on where they went and where they spent their anniversary date. Overlooking resto na may mamahaling champagne, tas lahat ng pictures akala mo pang prenup na sa sobrang ganda. And everybody on the comment section, kung hindi congratulations, ay sana all ang mga comment. Habang ikaw, wala na ngang pera pang social na date, wala ka pang madidate in the first place. And you elated and kinikilig sa post nila, Pero at the same time, you're wondering kung darating ka ba sa ganong point na may other half na nagpapasaya sa'yo or memes ka na lang ba habang buhay. Another example, very common to sa lahat. Tap-tap ka lang, nanonood ng stories, minding your own business. I mean, kind of minding your own business, pero since you're watching on the story, you're minding others' businesses as well. Pero yun nga, kung ano-ano lang naman gusto mong makita doon at nakikita mo sa mga stories. Mga TikToks, memes, selfies, selfie kasama aso nila, mga masasarap na food, selfie na may filter. Then all of a sudden, you see your classmate shares her ATM or at the moment video of her house. That's 5 times bigger and better than your home. Tas yung room niya, may gaming setup and everything. Then you skip half of the story and just swipe left. Next story that comes up is from your friend naman na promoted na sa higher management kahit 1 year pa lang siya nag-work, and all of a sudden, you compare their success. And you compare their paths, quote and unquote, to your life that you haven't figured out yet. You're seeing this great, amazing, fantastic stories in the middle of the night bago mo umpisahan yung bagong season na pinapanood mo. Ang dami mong oras kasi wala kang ganap sa buhay. You know, it's not their fault for being successful and having achieved the things that they achieved. But all this what-ifs start running through your mind. And I'm very guilty of thinking, kung nagawa nila, why can't I? Kasabay ko lang to dati Nagpapasama lang to sa akin sa CR dati bago mag-next subject. Tas ganito na sila ngayon. And then after those unhealthy thoughts, I start to ask further, what's wrong with me? Why can't I get what they're getting? Sana all, di ba? Yung sana all na patawa at masaya lang dati, baka nagiging sana all na may laman at mapait na hugot na. And this is a frustrating feeling, a valid emotion that we are experiencing. After all, we are human beings with the capacity not only to think but to feel and analyze, and oftentimes overanalyze. And while the habit of comparing can be nice, especially when it comes to the business aspect, it can actually and honestly will do more harm than good. Sabi nga nila, you are your own worst critic. It's more so true during this present times wherein the world became smaller and smaller because of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. And you're able to see everything na in your standard of beauty, your standard of success, your standard of happiness have been drastically raised by social media. It can be overwhelming. Especially when you're at a timeline, you're at an age na may certain amount of pressure to perform exceptionally well. Oh man, grabe. But for this break time, allow me to tell you a secret. It is overwhelming, not only because it is, but mostly because we haven't realized some things yet. We haven't realized that we have been using social media a lot to the point wherein it's too much. And it's affecting how we view our lives, ourselves. We spend almost 4 hours a day in total browsing, liking, sharing, looking at things online, looking at things that will make you say sana all. Because everything that you see on social media is filtered. It's a highlight reel. So you only see the good things, served on a filtered, revised silver platter, kung saan wala na yung gritty, wala yung messy part, wala yung buo na content. Kasi nga, social media is only supposed to be a highlight reel. But we are making it a standard of life. Sa timeline ko sa Facebook, I came across a picture of my friend na nasa beach, naka-relax, and may quote, something that says like, I miss the sands, choo-choo. And a lot of heart reacts, wow reacts doon sa post. Normally, when I see those kinds of posts, especially from people I don't know well, I see someone enjoying life, hindi nakatali sa work, kaya nakaka-beach, walang obligation and inaalala sa buhay, financially very well off kasi nakaka-travel nga. Sana all. But what almost everyone did not know about that post is that this friend of mine was on the beach because her mental health was going down. Dahil sobrang natotoxika na siya sa work and family, lalo na siya pa yung breadwinner. And she was supposed to be on work that day. Kaso nag-awol siya because she knew if she came to the office one more time without having something to, take her mind off, she would just collapse straight out. She just needed one day away from everything and everyone, I guess. Dahil as she shared to me, she is past the stage of being just burnt out. But we don't see that on Instagram. Hindi natin yun nakikita sa pinost niya. What we see is someone that is happy and free. And when we see that, we assume that it's all good, that they're all better, and we blame ourselves why we cannot be happy like them. We forget that posts are just highlights. It's not her fault for posting that. It's on us. Dahil we see the cover of a page and we assume it's the whole story already. Maraming ganyan, promise. Yung mga 3, 4, 5 years anniversary na yan, kung alam mo lang pinagdadaanan nila, yung mga away nila, sigawan nila. Pero kahit nga alam natin na may mga ganun, pag may nakita lang tayong lovey-dovey post sa Facebook, maraming likes, shares, we subconsciously assume that their love life is perfect. And then we go on to the world where it's filled with, "Ba't hindi ganyan sa akin? Ba't wala akong ganyan? Bakit hindi kami ganito?" Even sa mga achievements ng kaibigan natin, hindi yun divine, and minsan pa nga hindi naman ganun ka-significant, to be honest. Pero porket madaming wow reacts, ang tingin na natin sa achievement nila ay parang nanalo na ng Olympic Marathon o ng Nobel Prize. Kasi hindi mo binabantayan yung puso mo. As I heard in a preaching before, we compare our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reels. And that's dangerous. Don't let your mind trick you to assuming they're flawless because they're not. And don't let your feelings drag you down just because hindi mo pa na-achieve yung na-achieve nila. Because you and him and her are different. How you were raised is different from each other. Iba yung meron ka, iba yung meron siya. Iba kayo ng environment, ng circle of people. Iba yung personalities, hobbies, values nyo. Iba yung struggle mo sa struggle niya. Pero meron siya, promise. Iba yung timeline mo sa timeline niya. And lahat tayo magkakaiba ng timeline. May mga examples tayo of people who reach their peak at a very young age. A lot actually, like Justin Bieber at age 14, Missy Franklin, the 4-time Olympic gold medal swimmer, at only 18. Mark Zuckerberg started his journey to Facebook at the age of 19. But there are also those who had different timelines. Stephen King at 24, as I remember, was working as a janitor and living in a trailer. Vincent van Gogh started to go to art school when he was 27. Stan Lee didn't release his first big comic book until he was 40. Samuel L. Jackson, a very good actor, didn't start his first movie role until he was 46. And of course, KFC was launched by Colonel Sanders when he was 65. See, we have different timelines. And life is not a race. It's a marathon. As my Lodi podcaster Alec Cuenca says in one of his podcasts, life is a marathon, yes, but it's your own marathon. Wala kang dapat uunahan, wala ka dapat lalagpasan, sarili mo lang. Don't compare your chapter 4 with someone else's chapter 40. Otherwise, I would just be chasing the wind, chasing a goal that I would never reach kasi wala pa nga ako sa level na yon. Be inspired but never compare. This is where we have an inspiration that will only serve as a guide dapat, not a blueprint, because we are different nga. So let's pick up ourselves slowly. Be less present in social media so we could enjoy the present. And keep on saying sana all. Sure, keep on being happy for others' achievement. Pero always remember that their win does not mean that you lost. So, moving forward, as we start this 2021, as we start this new year, let's leave any bad memories that we have last year. Let's also leave behind our attitude of comparison. Sabay-sabay tayong one day sa iba't ibang oras nga maging successful, maging masaya, maging content, but also maging competent. Being busy on working ourselves without having to turn our necks every second looking at others. Sana all ganito. Hey guys! Sana all natapos sa podcast na to. Sana all may nakuha kahit kapiranggot na inspirasyon or encouragement. Sana all magpa-follow sa podcast na to sa Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Anchor, and other links as well. Sana all ilalike yung Facebook page ko na Break Time with Beanie dahil may mga pinopost ako doon every week. And sana all titigil na sa kakasabi ng sana all. Thank you guys!